We did not anticipate this many people watching the first video we made about this place, and there's at least 10,000 new subscribers who do not know anything about us and want to see us put this place back together. We thought it'd be a good idea to tell you a little bit about ourselves so you can get up to speed on who we are and what we do. I'm Mitchell.
I'm Logan.
We come from racing and race cars, if you hadn't looked at the channel already. And I do race myself, not in NASCAR, not yet anyways, but this is an old NASCAR car from about 20 years ago, and I run it in the series that does that stuff. We do videos about that too. We don't have construction backgrounds or anything like that. We build cars, we're self-taught, and we'll figure it out and kind of show you what we're doing as we do it. What parts of the house are you doing?
Like every room.
And what am I doing?
You're cutting trees and stuff.
In the garages. So your wheelhouse is doing stuff in the house. I'm doing stuff outside the house and with the land, basically. Yes. Is what we're going on here.
Yes. And I've put in a lot of work since the last video.
Yes, she has. And since we did not anticipate this many new people to see the video, we thought that it was just going to be who already knows who we are. We forgot to show you Logan's car.
This is my 67 Mustang, and it is a major project. Almost every piece of metal on this car is new.
Who put it there?
I put all of this together, every single piece. You didn't do a thing.
Nope. And you've been filming all that, but we haven't posted any videos about it. So someday you'll see videos about this car, probably once the house is more livable and I get the garage put together.
Yeah.
Because you'll be working on it in here, but it's still a staging area for stuff that we're moving in and
there's
constructing.
so many boxes and stuff in here that haven't been unpacked. This car is completely full of stuff too, like on the floorboards.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So we just bought this property here. Everything was built in the mid-70s except this garage here. It's about 20 years old. And it's been overgrown and neglected for a very long time. The house, about 5 years of vacancy. The rest of the land around it really hasn't been maintained in 15 or 20. A lot of these trees were never supposed to be here. I looked at historic aerials like Google Earth of this place. Everything in here where you see these pallets of bricks was part of the yard, and it will be that way again. That's what we're going to work on today. As you can see, I got a little carried away last night and just started knocking stuff over because I was having fun, and I found another small pile of bricks that I didn't know about before. And I went on the internet and I looked up what is the most powerful leaf blower and did some research and I bought one. So we're going to use that too. Now, before I get to cutting down anything else, I should probably drag out of here what I had fun doing yesterday. Because cutting it down is the fun part. Getting it out of there is the not so fun part.
Oh, Mike Harmon, eating good in the neighborhood. At Applebee's, where the ribs taste so good. From the track to the booth, he's calling the shots. Sipping on a cold one, connecting the dots. Yeah, Mike Harmon, he's a racing machine.
Well, I'd say that's pretty good progress for a couple hours for one dude without a tractor or a real chainsaw. So what have you been doing in here?
Drywall mud. Obviously, it doesn't look good and it needs to be sanded. They had wood paneling in here and they painted over it. So, I don't want to pay for drywall right now. I know someone's going to hate on me for that, so whatever.
It's not even like, it's just got a little bit of texture in it. It's not super crazy.
So I'm going to patch that. I have to patch this door, at least on this side for now, so that I can mud it and then worry about the drywall on this side later. And I need to knock out, or you could knock out a hole on that side. What'd you do with my little bar?
Nothing.
Oh.
You always think I move your stuff and I don't.
Well, that door was so heavy, it drug it with it. Okay, well I started pulling it off already, so I haven't broke anything this far.
Well, that's good.
I wonder if they took the baseboard out of here or if there just wasn't one in here.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because they're in every room, and even the closets, obviously. You know what I can also do?
What?
I can just sawzall the nails.
It's not a bad idea.
It's one surefire way to make sure it comes on one piece. Yeah, I think I might do that. I guess since Mitchell hasn't knocked that hole out, I'm gonna go do it myself.
No,
No way there's a stud. There's a stud there. Okay, well that's roughly where the door will go. Oops. I roughly drew out where the door is gonna go to make it even with that door. At least now we know where the hole is, and that stud's gonna have to come out, so yeah, that'll be fun. There's little bubbles inside the drywall mud, and you kinda gotta work them out. So you like gotta press into it as you smooth it, or else you'll get little spotty pieces and you'll have to do more sanding and more layers. I was a little sloppy when I was doing this the first time. I was a little messy the first time I put the first layer on, just because it was hard to do in such a big area. I've only patched little small spots, so this was new to me. But it seems like when you put the second or third layer on, because you're supposed to do thin layers, it all fills in pretty nicely, no matter how sloppy I was. I did my other coat of the drywall mud, and now I'm gonna start painting the ceiling. This is a Sherwin-Williams Rosemary at 75%. It's a green, and I'm doing 100% for the walls, so I'm color drenching, which is actually popular right now, and it was popular in a lot of vintage homes. That'll definitely need another coat. I'm just gonna go around the whole perimeter of the room first with the brush. I'm sweaty, very sweaty. So I've got most of the first coat on.
So a couple days later now, and I was starting to get into the 40s at night, and it's making me realize that I gotta get going on getting this garage sealed up so we have a comfortable place to work on stuff in the winter. Which part of that would be getting rid of this, I think it's Ondura, we figured out, siding back here, which kind of looks like was just thrown on to make the thing have a wall back there. That, and there's an extra stack of it in the tractor shed over there. We want to take that off and replace it with some OSB or something more secure. And it would be way easier to do all that back here if I cleared out some of these little trees, which I needed to do anyway. Ideally, everything that's not a foot thick in here is going to be gone. I already made significant progress over there. So right now, I'm gonna knock out a bunch of these to make this job easier. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leaf blow some of these leaves out of here before I do this, because it'll be easier to do it now than there is when I knock down more stuff. When I went on the internet and looked up what is the best leaf blower, there were about 3 options, I think. And through my deductive reasoning of something that really didn't make any sense, I felt like I should get this one. It's the Echo PB9010. I've never used a leaf blower like this before, but so far, I think it's fun. Anybody want to trade a flooded Rolls Royce for a nice tractor and some attachments? Let me know. I would do that instantly, because you could just go full Dale Earnhardt and just run over all these trees and you'd be done. This thing is really, really good. But you can see these leaves have been here for a long time. They're starting to decompose in big piles. They're actually pretty heavy. That is a substantial difference. It might not look like it on the camera with the saturation and colors and whatever, but actually standing here, that's a big difference. We're walking on bare dirt right now, and there were probably 8 inches of leaves everywhere. Dead battery. Need more batteries. The blade for my little electric chainsaw is extremely dull, and not wanting to stop what I was doing to ruin my day and go to the store and get another one, I just decided to bear through it. Take forever to cut them, knock down a bunch of stuff, and then drag it out, which is what I did. Took me way longer than it should have, but we made a huge dent back here, and it's actually pretty dang cool. Here we observe the wild Logan in her natural habitat, digging holes for plants I don't know anything about. Today, she's struggling with the auger in the rocky dirt.
Really hard when you're not a big man.
Yeah, well, you're doing a great job. Give it the old clutch dump.
Huh?
Give it a clutch dump. Like, let it spin and then push it in while it's spinning. Okay, maybe that works for me, but not for you.
Don't tell me what to do.
It worked for me. I didn't really think it through. You want me to try it?
Yeah, it's heavy.
Okay.
That chunk of concrete?
No, it's just a big rock.
Huh.
Well, I don't think that's too bad for a couple more hours work today, and my chain popping off about 16 times. I think it's dull. Needs a new chain. I think it's been run without having enough oil in the lubrication system too many times. There's nothing that tells you that it's low or out of oil until it starts making smoke when you're cutting, which is also a symptom of a dull blade making friction instead of taking chunks out of it. But do you see a chainsaw blade store right here? No, me neither. So I made it work with what I had. Now we have something. I didn't get this one yet because with the dull blade that would have probably killed an entire battery, so I could leave that one there and probably cut down 15 little ones with that. And we're actually getting really close to the original tree line. You see there's only a handful, a little more tiny guys here before we get to the big ones. Getting this underbrush out is really quite satisfying, but we really unearthed a lot of new potential here. It's fun. Well, seeing the result is fun. Doing it, let's just zoom in a little further. The physical act of dragging a tree is not fun, but in the context of why you are doing it and the result that you can see afterwards, every time you drag a tree out of there, you see more bare ground. That feels good. That is fun. And even though I don't have a tractor yet, I'm glad I did this the hard way because it's a good workout. Probably good to spend some time with the land or something. Make me appreciate it a little bit more. Than you wouldn't have the same scope for it if you just came through here with a tractor and ran everything over without ever having done it this way first. Someday I think it would be cool to extend this garage this way and have, you know, maybe like another 25, 30 feet deep if the pitch of the roof would even allow that to happen, and then have another bay in here that you could do, then you could have like all your fab stuff in here. You could have like a whole fab dirty area back here with a door to the setup stuff over there. Or we clear this out more and back in here put a nice RV pad with some of that cleared out more, and you have a nice patio and a fire pit, and you could look out over the valley there and go camping right behind your house. I'm still not really used to the feeling of what it feels like to be standing here and knowing that this is my dirt as long as I pay my property taxes. Rent. This is my dirt, and nobody can tell me what to do with it. I don't have to ask anybody for permission first. And I'm a big views guy, so I definitely want to have something back here to see, to look out over there. Unfortunately, when I was leaf blowing, clearing out behind the shop here, all of the openness blew a bunch of pulverized leaves inside. So it's a little bit messy right now. But if there's anybody watching this in the 704 or 336 area code that cuts down trees and is good at not dropping them on houses or vehicles, let me know, because maybe we can work with you or something, because we have some trees that we need to cut down before we can move dirt around. And we got to move dirt around too. We know a few people with tractors and skid steers who just haven't asked them about it yet, but we're hoping that somebody can help us with that too, because we're spending so much money, obviously, just to buy the place and get everything going. And I'm trying to be as tactical about things as possible to make stuff go far. And I know a lot of you know what that's like and what I'm talking about.
Oh, hi.
How's it going?
Fine. I needed to do another skim coat on top of this.
We'll have to put this in the video. Do the thing with your arm again. We can see, standing over here, we just see dust just pluming out of the side of the house. Yeah, he thought it was this thing making blown up engine smoke. It's not as bad now, but it looked like there was a fog machine up there for a little bit.
Yeah, it's bad. I'm on the home stretch though.
Good.
Yeah, I'm to the point where I'm like, I'm just gonna paint over it because I'm so tired of it. See how dirty it is.
Oh, it's gross.
Does it smell?
It smells weird,
not
but
as bad as it looks. It looks like it'll smell worse than it does. Look at the back.
The cigarettes.
pull on it harder.
Ew, what the It's like vomit?
Well, there's some other weird stuff mixed in there for sure.
It's so cheap back.
I don't know. You're a bold man for touching that.
I thought that was a condom at first, and I was
did
like,
too.
Oh.
I know I've said this a lot recently, but $1,500, that definitely ranks up there with some of the best deals I've ever found. Oh, there we go. Oh, out of gas. Oh, I thought you left. I didn't know you saw that.
I was gonna get my sunglasses. I keep forgetting.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I started priming the walls in here. I'm also putting together this cabinet, or finishing putting it together. I got new trim for it, so I've been cutting it out and placing it in, so that one's mocked up. And I kind of figured I haven't been filming myself, and I should be. I've been looking everywhere for my marker, and it was in my pocket. That looks so much better than what was there. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy with that. Look behind you.
Oh.
Doesn't that molding look good?
Yeah.
That trim looks so much better than that 2x4 bolt was on there.
Yeah, it does. What?
You gonna open that? I left the instructions and stuff with it.
Okay, it works just fine.
Oh, are you serious? What did you do? How did you turn it on?
I put the batteries in the right way and poked a button.
Which button did you poke?
Any of them.
Really?
They all do something, yeah.
What the fuck?
You just put the batteries in right.
I put them in 3 different ways.
Did you put them in the way that it says to
Yes.
on here?
Yes, and it didn't do anything.
Is it possible you did it opposite the way it said to?
No, I tried the opposite both ways.
Because when I opened it, they were all facing the same direction.
Yeah, I know, because that was a last ditch effort. So yesterday I roughly outlined where I'm going to put my picture frame molding, and I'm not too far off, which I'm pretty impressed with because I didn't have a laser level. I was just kind of eyeballing with the frame of the window. And I have a I have a piece of a side skirt from Mitchell's race car that's 5.5 inches, and I was using that as my measurement and level tool to make the straight lines. And that is what I ended up with. Yesterday I didn't quite finish measuring each of these boxes to make sure they're the exact same size. So right now I'm going through making sure that they are 32 across from inside to inside, and then using the laser level to line up the tape lines to make sure that they're straight, and then I can start cutting some of that trim. So let's get to it. Now I have to measure out a square, the exact same size as the one on the left side of the window to the right side of the window. Finishing up, measuring out these other ones. I got this one halfway taped up that one. It's going pretty well. Eventually I'd like to put in IKEA PAX cabinets over here, so I don't want to put wall molding over there. Just in case I do end up doing that, and you can always add the wall molding later. I've never done this before, so hopefully I don't mess this up. I'm not sure if I want to make it form around the cabinet or if I just want to do a square. Like, part of me is like, oh, do a rectangle, and the other part of me is like, that'll be weird with that little pocket right there. Now that I taped off where my baseboard is gonna go, then I'm gonna measure 5.5 inches from the top of the baseboard to the line, which I think I already have the laser level calibrated.
In the process of transporting all of the vehicles we had in here and all of our stuff, we have had a lot of mechanical things to mess with, issues come up, tools needed, breakdowns, blowouts, everything. I like to keep some tools in the vehicle that I'm driving. These pliers right here from Toolant are great to keep in your car because they are adjustable. They can do a lot of things a wrench can do in a pinch, no pun intended. One tool for gripping, tightening, and holding without slipping. It's super easy to adjust, and it pivots on this fulcrum here, so whenever you squeeze, it's flat. You can really grab onto stuff well with this. It's got a 10-to-1 leverage ratio, so you don't have to have a gorilla grip strength to get the job done with this thing. It's so easy to adjust that I'm doing it with one hand. It's got the smallest head in its class for extremely tight spaces. I remember one time when I started working on cars that Christmas, my dad got me light up hazard lights. And I thought, wow, I'm kind of insulted that you think I'm going to break down and I will need these, but at the same time, you're looking out for me and I appreciate it. So you can do the same thing for someone you care about. Stop adjusting and start wrenching with Toolant. Check out the link in the description to find yours on Amazon today. We got a shop update too. So before we can do the drywall, we have to do the insulation and all that. Well, before any of that happens, it'd be a lot easier to run the outlets and the light fixtures the way we want them. So we had the electricians come. I didn't do this. I'm not gonna do that kind of stuff. Not yet anyways, at least not on something this important. I might fix a thing here and there, but I'm not gonna wire a whole garage. We're gonna use these LED wafer lights that flush mount into the sheetrock up there. And there's gonna be 16 of them. And they ran the wires everywhere that they're gonna be. And that's ready to go now. We can go ahead and close this up when we can get to it. We added a bunch of outlets, and we got one here, got one in that corner. And something interesting I'm trying out is I had them put one up in that corner and up in that corner, so I can put retractable extension cords up there out of the way. Because when I walk in this place, I want it to feel like empty or like clean, minimal, fresh looking, not a bunch of clutter. I can't do anything about these garage door tracks. They're just gonna be there. So we might as well take advantage of them being there and hide something behind it up out of the way. And that should do 99% of what we might need an extension cord for in here by having it up there, hidden out of the way. And if not, we got more outlets in here to do that kind of stuff with. Added an outlet outside also, and over there, that way Logan will have one to do garden things with. We put one here because I figured this is probably where toolbox will go. And I want to get one of those newer toolboxes that has the power strip built into the top of it. So we put one there so it could be low and hidden. Also, if I wasn't sure if I wanted it there, or maybe if someday there's an addition over there and we put a pass-through door here, we got outlet here, so I could put toolbox in the corner, again with the main power feed for that power strip down low out of the way. There's already an outlet there. Added one right there. Already one right there. Same thing again in the corner because I like symmetry. Already one right there. Added one there. Down there too. And power cord reel up top. And there's ones between both doors. We're also gonna do lights under the overhang here. It'll be same thing, kind of one above each door on its own switch. And then we can maybe run it to a timer or something. There was already a floodlight there and they fixed that, got it working again too. And there's already an outlet in the roof right there and right there for potential door openers to be added to these ones. I don't know if I'll do that though, because honestly, I'd probably rather just open the door myself than look at that thing. Having one there is fine. I can put that on whatever vehicle I want to park in. Ideally, someday this will just be the park finished stuff in garage, and that the big building over there, when it's done, will be the shop. So maybe we could add door openers later when we do that and have stuff like the Monte Carlo and the Escalade and the Suburban in here just as their home. And before we do the drywall in here, I want to shore up this window frames a little bit because you can see it's crooked, like really crooked, to the point where the window doesn't even close properly. It's not sealed down there because the whole frame is so crooked. Both of them are like that. So is the door. Obviously we'll redo that. I'll probably put a better door in here, maybe one that doesn't have windows on it. I don't know. We'll get there, all in due time. Also gonna run a wire out there for the mini split that'll eventually go there, and another one for an air compressor that I don't have yet, but at least the power feed will be there for it. And they also put a piece of conduit up through here to add things as necessary to get them up to the attic there. And you can see I've been going through with spray foam where I could see daylight in here and sealing that up. Doing stuff I can do in the meantime while I'm doing it. Obviously this is not all airtight, but I think that'll be okay. There's no evidence of any water coming in through here, and this thing's been standing like this for 15, 20 years, so I'm not too worried about it. I know everybody says, oh, just spray foam the whole thing. Just put spray foam on it. Oh, I love spray foam. Everybody on the internet freaking loves spray foam when they don't have to pay for it. Spray foam is expensive, and I would do it if it was free. Obviously, I think anybody would, but it's not. So we're just gonna do seal up between those things the best we can, and then do the roll-in fiberglass vat insulation with the paper face stuff to be its pseudo vapor barrier, but we don't want to seal it in completely. Let it breathe a little bit. Once we get drywall on there and finish it and everything, that'll seal it up pretty good too. We just want it to be sealed enough to be efficient HVAC wise, and so that the mini split, when it runs on dehumidifier mode, can keep it from being humid in here to keep the cars and stuff nice and all that. And I have all the doors open on the Monte Carlo because I opened one the other day and I got punched in the face by putrid, gross, old building smell. If you remember from the last video, the shop we were renting smelled absolutely horrible. A lot of the stuff in there kind of has that twinge on it, so airing it out, including the inside of the car a little bit. It'll go away with time. It has been going away. It just needs some time to air out a little bit. And I'm about to load up the race car once I get this video done and take it over to Jeremy's to rescale it and stuff. We're gonna run in the Super Cup race this weekend. And they don't allow bump springs, which is a different type of spring suspension setup for those of you who don't know. I just have to change some things in the way the front end is configured, and I don't have scales yet. We've been too busy with all this, so we're gonna go do it over at Mayfield's shop and get it ready here soon. You'll see a video about that too, don't worry.
My little helper has come to visit me. You gonna help? Get to work. Okay, so I did almost all of them now. Now I have the laser level lined up over here, and I'm gonna peel that tape off. I already have these cut to size. It's like 75.5 inches. Someone really missed me. Are you the cutest little baby? Okay, can I put you down? Can Mom get back to work? Do you need a bed in here? Oh, I know. I missed you too. You gotta let Mommy work though. You gotta. See how it's kind of bowed in here? It goes out, back in, and then out this way.
What she forgot to explain here is that trim, how it kind of is warped around a little bit. She has to chase it up with the laser and fasten it with the nails and the liquid nails to keep it straight along that laser line as she goes up, because you can't just put it on the wall and slap it down. It won't be straight.
Now I need to make this higher because I don't like how this is sitting. So I got to a point where I can do the inner molding now, and oh my gosh, it is so much easier because these are thinner, so it's faster, easier to cut them. There's more room for error, I guess, because they're smaller. Okay, well, there's one done. I'm so happy. It looks so good. Last night I asked Mitchell if I should go with the lines of the wall over here or if I should just do a rectangle, and he calls for just doing a rectangle. So that is what I'm gonna do. Even though the line, can it see? Okay. Even though the line is lining up straight with the laser level, the wall is not perfectly straight. See how it gets kind of wider? So I might have to like kind of bow that out to compensate a little bit. Now that I got the big box framed in, I'm going to use my 2x4 and I'm gonna mark out where the laser level needs to line up to make the smaller boxes. I'm just taking this 2x4 and I'm putting it in the corners and I'm marking with my paint pen where the laser level needs to line up with. And this is just, you know, roughly. Boom. Now I have two pieces that are the same size. And I can go ahead and put them on. Putting the liquid nails on these smaller pieces is a lot harder just because it's so thin. You want to try to keep the liquid nails away from the edges or it will squish out and get on the wall and then you have more to clean up or sand off later. And I don't know about you, but I don't prefer to sand things. I don't like to make messes, even though I'm good at making messes. When I don't have a pin handy, I'll use my fingernail and I'll just kind of like press into the wood and it'll leave a little indentation and then I'll just chop it like that. It's way easier than looking for your marker, but sometimes it is kind of hard to see where you do that. I'm just gonna leave that alone and I'm gonna start caulking some of the other areas. You gotta go around the edges and do like a thin bead of caulk. Caulk, C-A-U-L-K. I have literally been working all night. I don't have a phone. I haven't had a phone in almost 2 months since my wreck. I don't know if someone stole it or what the deal is, but it is 6:09 a.m. Let's see what I have done. Major progress. I started painting that door. I've put a coat on the trim, and I'm starting on the cabinetry. I have messed up so much crown molding, it is ridiculous. I've never done crown molding, and the walls in here are not perfectly square, so it's really, really hard. Shelby, no. You want pizza? Is that what you want? You keep bringing all your random toys in here to get dirty. No, you don't get pizzas. No. She doesn't care about the toys, she just wants pizza. I don't have a nail gun, so what I did to get the nails in all the way was I used a punch and a hammer, which is kind of stupid, but whatever. So you have these punches, and you just put it on top of the nail head and hammer it in. It only takes a few taps. Works pretty well. I'll show you, for example. Oh, that's the smaller one. I have a smaller one for smaller nail heads, but this one, oop. And then I just go in and fill the hole in. I manhandled this solid wood door all by myself. Just saying. I wish I had an air line up here so I could blow this off. Make life a lot easier. Oh, God. I cut the tip of my finger and it really hurts. It keeps bleeding. I have so many projects going on. So I painted this door frame. I think that it should be dry enough to touch now. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this plastic and install the hardware that I took off. Nobody shows how much sanding this actually takes to make the wood smooth. It's rough. It has so many layers of paint on it. There's a lot that gums up the sandpaper. Please don't come over here right now. Now's not a good time.
When's a good time?
In 30 minutes.
Okay, I'll be ready.
Can you like go away for a little bit?
You want me to go away?
Yes.
Why?
So I'm at a critical spot. I don't want to be messed up.
Okay. Yep, I'll go away and I'll come back in a little bit. So for one video's worth of work, I'd say you got pretty far on this place, and I am eager to see what people think, if this is the type of style that they thought you were gonna do on this stuff, or
yeah,
or
I
not.
didn't expect that.
No, what?
It's not all white everything.
Nope. We like things to look old and classy, like classical, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that the right word?
That's our style. I don't know.
The good kind of old.
Yeah, the good kind of old.
Not the kind of old that some of this house was before.
Yeah, not shag carpet old, but you know, I want it to feel like a cool old office.
Yeah.
I'm getting there, slowly but surely. So, if you remember, these walls were wood paneling.
Like what this looks like under here.
And I started painted the ceiling. I'll have to touch it up, obviously, but I moved the arches. It was sitting like right here, and I moved them to the ceiling. Makes the room feel bigger. And then I did these panels. I think that looks better. And then these, I think it looks nicer.
Yeah, so this will be your office,
Yeah.
and any t-shirts that get bought from StapletonAutoWorks.com are going to be packed and shipped out of this room once it's completed.
Yes, my desk is gonna go on that wall, and I know that wall is definitely not perfect. Like, there's some spots I could sand, but I really don't want to.
Shelby, stop it. Okay, continue.
There's some spots that I know I can sand or touch up, but I don't want to. I don't know, like $30 worth of drywall mud and I have flat walls versus sheetrocking the whole room.
Yeah, that would be a big
Yeah.
thing.
Be expensive. And I'm still patching, like there was an intercom right here. You can't tell where the intercom was.
No, you can't. You did that really good. And
Oh yeah, I knocked this door out.
yeah, in the next video, you're gonna see this in here, closing this up and opening that up over there. This is gonna be my closet, I guess.
Working on cars and doing this stuff kind of equates because, you know, like cut measures. But I feel like metal's more forgiving than wood though.
If you mess up metal, you can weld and put it back, and wood, if you
Yeah.
cut it, you can't.
Yeah.
At the same time, wood is a lot easier to cut than metal.
But it's also, well, I guess metal's expensive too. But like those ground molding pieces are expensive. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad that those were like scrap pieces that I used that I messed up and not ones that I paid for, because then I'd be really mad.
You know what's funny is historically our audience has been like -2% women, and now there are a lot of women like
Really?
watching and commenting on this. Yeah, a lot of the comments are like, I've never seen you guys before, but I want to see what you do here. So now you have women viewers.
Yeah, that's good.
How does that make you feel?
Yeah, you can work on race cars too.
What do you have to say to the women?
Hi.
That's it.
What is it? What do you want me to
I don't
say?
know. Now we're kind of like HGTV people or something. I don't know what to do.
I'm a different kind of learner than most people. Like if I see somebody do something, then I can do it. I might mess something up, but then I can fix it.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, oh, I won't do that again.
You got to be willing to mess stuff up. That's how you learn. You can't just do it perfect right off the
Oh
bat.
yeah, that's kind of like why I'm going so bold with the color choice and stuff in here, because my parents wouldn't let me tinker with stuff. And I never got to pick my own room color or any of that stuff. So this is the first room that I've actually picked a color.
Because it's our house, we can do what we want, so suck on that.
Suck it.
Yeah.
I didn't put molding on over here because I want to get those like IKEA PAX cabinets that go like floor to ceiling, and then put the merch inside there. So if I put molding there, then it's a waste.
Those sound expensive.
Yeah. Could be.
Well, the good side is if you finish painting
Probably like
those walls.
$800 worth of cabinets, I
Oh,
think.
that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
You know those wire shelves we have are free.
Yes, but they're also wire shelves and they're ugly and they get dusty, and I don't like that. I want to have closed doors to put the merchandise so that they can't get dusty or freaking dog fur floating through the air.
Well, we're not working in a garage anymore, so that'll help.
Yeah.
No more smelly garage.
Yeah, and I'm patching up those little holes where those wires are. I think that's like cable or something.
So once you finish this room, what is the next one on your list going to be?
The entryway.
Okay.
Because the entryway still has tape all over it.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have the entryway look correct, because it's kind of we walk through there all day, every day.
Yeah, every time I walk through there and there's tape on everything, it bothers me. But I haven't wanted to like pick a color or anything yet, because that chandelier, only one of the 4 light bulbs work. And it doesn't matter if you change the light bulbs, there's something wrong with it. It's just old. I need to pick a chandelier, which actually seems to be a lot harder than, well actually, picking is not the hard part. Picking one that is reasonably priced is the hard part.
Yeah, we just got to make you a wish list or something, and then maybe somebody else can get it for you, because you like all this expensive stuff.
I just have expensive taste.
Yeah,
so.
you do. My theory is that conventional marketing works really well on her. That's the other side of the coin. Does she have expensive taste, or do the marketers of these products know what they are doing?
I don't know. Maybe
know.
they do. 'Cause I can just walk through somewhere and the only thing I like is the most expensive thing there.
Yeah, every time. That never fails.
It really does.
Never freaking fails. What I think is cool though is some of the leaves are coming down now, and we can start to see the pond and the field and the valley out there. And I went through with the shears and I snipped down about a gazillion small trees in there. I didn't dig them out yet, but we're going to get there. I'm hoping that we can get our hands on a skid steer and I can just knock stuff over and push it out of the way instead of dragging all of them individually, because that took me forever.
This is not cured.
Okay, I won't bump into that.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Could probably be a couple weeks before the next video, maybe like 2-3 weeks, something.
I don't know.
I need to get going on the garage to close up the eaves and do the insulation and stuff in there. So after my last race of the year, which is this weekend, then I'll be going full steam ahead on getting that figured out, because it's getting colder really quickly here, and we got to have that sealed up so we can do things in the garage over
it is
winter.
like way colder right now than it was like this time last year, I feel like.
Yeah, this is like December weather, it seems like.
Yeah.
Well, if you're new here, we're glad you're here. We're glad you found us. We think you're going to enjoy this stuff moving forward, especially if you're car people. You should go back and look at our older videos, get to see what we do a little bit more. And she's going to get back to working on this. I'm going to go edit this video so you can watch it.